I didn't even realize I was romanticizing the past at first. I thought I was just remembering, but there's a difference. Remembering is neutral. Romanticizing is lying to yourself without noticing. I catch myself doing it at random times, late at night, when I'm bored, when I feel lonely. My brain pulls up old memories like highlights, the good moments, the laughs, the way things felt in the beginning. And suddenly the past looks warm, simple, safe. But it wasn't like that the whole time. I just forget that part. I don't remember the anxiety, the waiting, the overthinking, the way I felt small sometimes. My brain edits all that out. It's like my mind only keeps the moments where I felt wanted and deletes the moments where I felt confused or ignored. And that's dangerous. Because then I start thinking, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I should have tried harder. Maybe I messed it up. Even though I know deep down there were reasons it ended. I think we romanticize the past most when the present doesn't feel good. When your life feels empty or directionless, your brain looks backward for comfort. The past already happened. There's no risk there, no rejection, no uncertainty. You already know how it ends. And somehow, that feels safer than facing what's next. Another thing I noticed is I don't miss the whole relationship. I miss specific moments. A laugh, a late night conversation, a feeling. But a few moments don't equal a healthy situation. And yet my brain keeps treating them like proof that it was special. I also think guilt plays a role. You start blaming yourself. You replay what you could have done differently. You imagine alternate versions where things worked out. That keeps you tied to the past. Because as long as there's a what if, there's hope. And hope is hard to let go of. But holding on to hope for something that's already over is exhausting. That's where I'm at with this. Not judging myself for remembering. Just starting to notice when memory turns into fantasy. The first thing I had to accept is this. You can't stop romanticizing the past if you keep feeding it. Every time I reread old messages, every time I replay certain moments, every time I check their socials, I'm basically training my brain to stay there. So one thing I started doing was cutting off access. Not in a dramatic way, just quietly. Deleting old chats, muting names, stopping myself from going down memory rabbit holes. It felt harsh at first, like I was erasing something important. But I realized I wasn't erasing memories, I was erasing triggers. Another thing I noticed is that romanticizing usually starts when I'm avoiding the present, when my days feel empty, when I don't have structure, when I'm not working toward anything. That's when my brain goes backward. So instead of asking, how do I stop thinking about the past? I started asking, what am I avoiding right now? Most of the time it was discomfort. Things like starting something new, facing boredom, being alone without distraction, admitting I don't know what's next. The past feels easier because it's familiar. The future requires effort. I also had to stop arguing with my memories. At first, I tried telling myself, it wasn't that good. That relationship sucked. That didn't work. My brain would just push back harder. What worked better was balance. When a good memory popped up, I'd let it be there. But I'd also remind myself how I felt toward the end. Not to punish myself, just to stay honest. Another big shift was separating feelings from facts. Feeling happy in a moment doesn't mean the situation was healthy. Feeling loved sometimes doesn't mean you were valued consistently. I kept confusing intensity with meaning. Once I saw that, the memories lost some of their power. I also noticed I romanticized the past more when I wasn't being honest about my needs. I accepted less than I wanted. I avoided speaking up. I stayed quiet to keep the peace. So now, part of stopping the romanticizing is forgiving myself for that. I did the best I could with what I knew then. I also had to accept something uncomfortable. Missing someone doesn't mean you should go back. It just means your nervous system hasn't caught up yet. Attachment lingers longer than logic, and that's okay. What helps me most now is building something in the present, not something huge, just things that give my days weight, routine, movement, learning, creating. When the present feels fuller, the past gets quieter. I still slip sometimes. I still catch myself drifting. But now I notice it faster. And instead of shaming myself, I gently pull myself back. Because the goal isn't to erase the past, it's to stop living in it. I'm still working through this myself. I don't have it all figured out. So I want to ask you, how do you stop romanticizing the past? What actually helped you move forward instead of constantly looking back? Did you cut contact completely? Did you delete things? Did time do the work? Or did you have to actively change your routine, your mindset, your life? And when memories pop up, what do you do with them? Do you let them pass? Do you challenge them? Do you distract yourself? I'm also curious if you've noticed this too, that the past feels louder when the present feels empty. If that's true for you, what helped fill that space? I'm not looking for perfect advice, just real experiences. So if you're comfortable, drop a comment. Someone reading it might need it as much as you did. That's it. I wish you the best rest of the day. Peace.